John, could you please talk about coming back from that triple break point in the third set and how decisive that was?
That was the, I mean, I wouldn't say turning point, but that's what kept me in the match for sure. It doesn't look good if, for me, if I go down 4-3 a break in the third. So that was a huge game, like massive game, and it kept me in and it kept me ahead on the scoreboard. So that I was a bit fortunate there. So it saved the match for me.
Talk about how well you hit your forehand in that match. Obviously, your serve was a big shot, but your forehand was really cracking. Just talk about your return.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I played very well out there, and you know, it's it's a case where I just get a little more comfortable, you know, and now that it was my third match out there, and I was able to go for my shots more in this match than I was in my previous matches, and more of my shots were falling, and especially on my forehand side. I feel like I made some mistakes, but I'm always going to make mistakes on my forehand. But at the same time, I hit a lot of winners too. So my forehand was there today, and it helped me out.
Talk about tiebreakers for a minute. A lot of players tense up in tiebreakers. You seem to play some of your best tennis in the tiebreakers. Do you actually like being in a tiebreaker?
Well, yeah, I don't mind it. I would prefer not to be. I prefer to win it not in a tiebreaker like I did in the first set. That was actually picture perfect. I played a great game to win that set, and but if the situation comes down to that, I'm not going to shy away from it. I played a great tiebreaker, and you know, I immediately got up 3-0, 2 mini breaks, and he was able to claw back and get it back to 5-all. So, you know, things look very good for me at up 3-0 serving in that tiebreaker. But you know, I know Leighton is gonna keep making balls, and he pulled it to even, and you know, I was just fortunate there at the end, I think.
Can you talk about the second to last point in that tiebreak coming to the net? Was there any hesitation at all after he hit so many cross-court winners all game?
No, because you know, a guy like him, chances are he's not going to tighten up and make a loose mistake, and he's better than me from the baseline. Simple as that. Yeah, you know, I can rally with him and win a few here and there, but at that particular moment, I was a little bit tired. The last thing I wanted to do was lose a long, drawn-out point and having to go up to serve at 5-6, a little winded, especially when I already had a time violation called against me. So, you know, I wanted to play that point aggressively, and I did. I looked to, you know, actually on that second serve hit a forehand, but he went out wide, and I was able to get it back, and you know, just came to the net, and I hit a fantastic volley, so that was a huge point.
Next question.
You play both Kevin and Ryan a lot. Thoughts on the potential final?
Yeah, if Ryan were to win, then that's be the 5th time I played him this year, which is kind of crazy. And Kevin, at the same time, I played him a bunch. I know him from college, and one of my biggest wins ever, I think, was against him in the NCAA team final at the #1 position when we played Illinois in the final. So, but apart from that, we played a bunch in the pros, and he's beaten me a few times. I beat him a few times, and he's having by far his best year ever. He's been unbelievably consistent this year, and he's a super player. So this match, I expect it to be very close. I feel like Ryan is starting to find his groove. He's got a little bit of confidence on his side. I feel like he lost that a little bit earlier this year, and I think he would tell you that too. That Kevin is so solid and been so consistent this year. So it's gonna be a good match.
Next question.
Yesterday you talked about how tough it was to serve against you, and I think at one point between the second and third sets you were going, I think 5 service games without an ace against him. What was he doing today that just made it tough?
He anticipates so well. He's not one of those guys that goes back to the fence and just scraps, gets the ball back somehow. He stands on the baseline. It's similar to Djokovic when I played him, and he stands on the baseline and just absorbs 140-mile-an-hour serves from me, and so does Leighton. And if I didn't hit my spot exactly, the ball's coming back for the most part. And he gets it back somehow. And apart from that, he has great passing shots. So I expected that from him. And it's a different contrast out there. My weapon is my serve. His weapon is his return. So it was a fun match as far as that goes. But it wasn't anything out of the ordinary. I expected a lot of returns to come back, and that's what happened. He's an unbelievable player, and I have the utmost respect for him. He's still doing it after fighting off a lot of injuries and whatnot. So, as I said before, I said yesterday I needed to play well to win, and that's what happened.
You've been so close here all 3 years. How bad do you want to get over the hump?
Yeah, it'd be great to win this tournament, but I felt like, I think I've won my last 3 or 4 finals now. It got to a point where I wasn't so good in finals. I had a pretty poor record, but I feel like I've sort of turned that around. So hopefully that'll help me out tomorrow. And I'm a little tired now, but I'll be fine tomorrow. I'll be ready to go. Whoever I play on, I know it's gonna be a tough match, and just look forward to the opportunity. And yeah, it's my 3rd final here. I would certainly love to win it, but at the same time, I'm not putting any extra pressure on myself.
Last question?
You had a lot of support out there today. A lot of people know you're a former Bulldog.
Yep.
How does that affect you going into this finals? That serves as extra motivation. How do you feel about that?
I don't know if it's extra motivation. It's as I just said, it's my 3rd final. There's Spot. Love that dog. It's my 3rd final here, and going to Georgia hadn't helped me the previous 2 times where I lost to Marty Fish. So and one of which I had match points. I would like to have the crowd on my side tomorrow. If I play Ryan, then 2 Americans. So we'll see what happens as far as the crowd goes. But I had great support out there today, and I would love that support tomorrow. I thought the crowd was great.